think he can win.
Okay.
I don't know if he's going to win, but I think he can win.
So
but he's going to have to box a brilliant fight.
Mayweather was definitely better. He was better when they fought because he was more technically sound and knew how to do things. Whereas
and Floyd Mayweather understands that. Guess what? Styles make fights. He understands styles make fights, and he understands the greatness of Terence Crawford.
Joe Rogan recently predicted the outcome of a potential fight between Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford. He praised Mayweather as one of the most skilled boxers in history, highlighting just how dominant he was in his prime. Rogan pointed out that many fans underestimate the extent of Floyd's achievements against top-tier opponents. While acknowledging that Crawford is an exceptional talent, Rogan said Mayweather's defensive mastery and ring intelligence make him extremely difficult to beat, even for someone of Crawford's caliber.
Floyd was in his prime. That would have been fucking incredible to see which style's superior.
Yeah.
Because Floyd would move towards you like this. He would just get right up on you. It would just show you how good Floyd really is.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that he's won decisions by, playing it safe, people that just don't get excited about him and they recognize him with the all-time greats. He's the best.
Analysts acknowledged Floyd Mayweather's legendary status as a Hall of Famer and noted that his career achievements remain unmatched. At the same time, they praised Terence Crawford as the current pound-for-pound best in the sport. Both fighters defeated Canelo Alvarez in their respective eras, and the analysts emphasized that comparing them is challenging because each dominated in a distinct way. Picking a winner between Mayweather and Crawford seems nearly impossible, as both represent the very peak of boxing excellence.
Crawford won, in my opinion, 10 rounds to 2. If you want to be, generous, 9 rounds to 3. But he clearly won the fight against Canelo Alvarez. Clearly. And Floyd Mayweather understands that, guess what? Styles make fights. He understands styles make fights. And he understands the greatness of Terence Crawford. And he stated on numerous occasions that, guess what? Terence Crawford is pound for pound the best fighter in the world. And he believed it. He put his money where his mouth is. And it held to be true. Period. So, again, and I hate to do this and I hate to keep saying this, right? But people try their best to try to pit Terence Crawford against Floyd Mayweather, right? Who's better? Who beat Canelo Alvarez better? Who did it better? So on and so forth, right? The facts remains is this. They both outclassed him. They both won in dominant fashion. And styles make fights, right? And the style that Terence Crawford presents, the style Floyd Mayweather presents, now they do it different, is too much for Canelo Alvarez. Period. Point blank and period.
Promoter Bob Arum shared his thoughts on a hypothetical fight between Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford. He believes Crawford would win, even if the bout occurred during Mayweather's prime. Arum highlighted Crawford's rare combination of adaptability, speed, and ring intelligence, calling him one of the most unique fighters in modern boxing. He explained that Crawford's ability to adjust to any opponent would give him the advantage, even against a defensive genius like Mayweather.
What's up, fight fans? Prime for prime. Who wins a fight, Floyd Mayweather Jr. or Bud Crawford? Bob Arum says Bud. Do you agree?
For prime, who would have won, Crawford or Mayweather? Prime for prime.
Crawford.
Really? Why? Just
because Crawford is a unique kind of fighter that other fighters haven't seen. And the ability that he has to switch, fighters aren't used to that. They don't train for that. I just think Crawford is a very, very unique talent.
Commentators Simon Jordan, Adam Smith, and Duke McKenzie analyzed the lead-up to Floyd Mayweather's fight with Canelo. At the time, Canelo was undefeated, larger, and heavier, and many believed the 36-year-old Mayweather was taking on too much. Analysts predicted Canelo's youth and strength would finally hand Floyd his first loss. Yet the fight unfolded very differently, with Mayweather using his style to neutralize Canelo's offense and deliver a masterful performance that proved the doubters wrong.
Is way better than Floyd Mayweather Jr. What's your thoughts on his statement, and do you agree with the sentiment?
Him saying that, I can't say
I can't say he's capping. I can't, because I don't know what he felt. But when I heard that, what I think is, when Floyd beat me, I was 23, I wasn't polished. When Bud beat me, I was the man. I was the man. And he beat me fair and square. He beat me at my game and he beat me at his game. That's why Canelo said that. Do I believe that? It's tough to believe. We're not going to ever see Bud versus Floyd. And it's crazy. It's crazy because I would love to see that fight, but I know we're not going to see it. But I can only take Canelo's word because he's the man that's been in the ring with both of them. But I understand why he said it. I was a kid when I fought Floyd. He wasn't a kid literally, but he was young. He was young. There was a lot he didn't know. There was a lot he didn't understand about boxing that he later on learned and got better. But Bud beat the better version of me, even though it's the ran down version. I'm saying that because it is some wear and tear there with Canelo. I've been saying it the whole time. When a guy got almost 70 fights in current time, with all those big camps he's been doing and all that, trust me, it's some wear and tear there. I'm not making excuses for Canelo. I'm just saying, I do give Bud his credit though for beating Canelo, and Canelo understands I am a better fighter today than I was back then. But that's hard to say because Floyd, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Bud took maybe 20% of what Floyd did and added that to his repertoire for this fight.
Shane Mosley, a former world champion who has fought both Floyd Mayweather and Canelo Alvarez, offered a unique perspective few could match. Drawing from first-hand experience, Mosley highlighted how Mayweather's style set him apart from Canelo in every way. He explained that Floyd's timing, ability to read opponents, and mastery of ring control were unmatched. Even when pressured or facing stronger fighters, Mayweather's intelligence and adaptability allowed him to neutralize threats with precision. Mosley emphasized that while Canelo is a highly skilled and powerful fighter, he could not match Floyd's ability to control the pace and flow of a fight. Having faced both, Mosley's assessment carried authority, firmly stating that Mayweather operated on a higher level as the more complete and dominant fighter.
Terence Crawford, they were all the question marks. Could he do that? Could he cope with the power of Canelo Alvarez, who's adapted now and had to adjust in his career? He now throws single shots. And that's why it was the calculated gamble. Well, it wasn't really a gamble because me and Simon called it from the beginning.
Right.
That we go, Mayweather ticks every department. You go, the only thing that people are hedging their bets on is that Canelo's the bigger guy, but he wasn't really anyway.
Nah.
You can see because Crawford come down from 185 anyway. You can see the physicality's in there. He was all the size of Canelo.
As we'd said long before this fight, I just think styles make fights. And Canelo's style, this style of Canelo, was suited for Crawford.
Indeed.
He can't throw combinations anymore. There's no more head movement from Canelo.
Yeah.
He tries to walk people down and hit you all over the body and all over the head if he can, but he can't put his combination. He can't sustain the combinations. And what really impressed me about Crawford was the fact that it was a question of like he didn't want to trade off early with Canelo. He traded late with Canelo because he couldn't take his power early. So in the early rounds, he was just pity patting and just tapping him, kept spinning him, kept turning him, and driving him mad. And then in the later rounds, as Canelo started to fade, from round 7, round 8, as the pace got a little bit slower, then Crawford's confidence, he was confident enough within himself to stand and trade with him. Yeah. And even when he got on inside, he was hitting him with like 3s and 4s, hard shots, constant shots, and just kept spinning him, kept turning him. And Canelo didn't really know where he was. And another great thing about Crawford, stayed southpaw throughout the whole fight. Yeah. And Canelo admitted after that he couldn't handle a southpaw.
Couldn't work it out
whatsoever.
Adam, we had Paulie Malignaggi on the show the other day with myself and Jim, and I want you to have a listen to what he had to say and see what you think of it.
I think Canelo has been for a while a diminishing fighter.
Another viewpoint focused on the generational shift in boxing dominance. While Mayweather is widely respected as one of the all-time greats, some argue that Crawford would win if they fought today. The reasoning centers on timing. Mayweather has already ruled his era, while Crawford is now at the forefront of the current generation. Every great fighter has his prime, and in today's era, Crawford is the one leading as the most dominant force in boxing.
He's everything, man. He's the man.
Absolutely. You fought both Canelo and Mayweather. I was surprised to hear Canelo say that straight after the fight. I mean, credit to him, he's been really humble in defeat. You fought them both. Who did you think was better, Canelo or Mayweather? I know that's Canelo was saying it was Crawford better than Mayweather, but who did you think was better out of Canelo and Mayweather?
Mayweather's definitely better. He was better when they fought him because he was more technically sound and knew how to do things. Whereas Canelo had more power and placed the shots probably better. No, he didn't place the shots better. He was just younger and places the shots really good. Like Canelo was really good at 21 years old. Like I was impressed. I was very impressed with Canelo at 21. But Mayweather was still technically more sound. Go ahead.
Did you believe or do you agree with the fact that Canelo is saying Crawford is better than Mayweather from an outsider's perspective, having not fought Crawford? Who do you think's better out of those two, Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. Like he's actually he moved in weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather's really good too, though. You can knock him as well.
Rogan praised Floyd Mayweather not just for his skills, but also for his discipline outside the ring. He highlighted how Floyd stayed in peak form despite wealth, fame, and a lifestyle full of distractions. Unlike many athletes who lose focus, Mayweather remained consistent and never let ego interfere with his career. Rogan noted that if Crawford faced Floyd at his prime, it would be a true test of Terence's greatness, underscoring just how high Mayweather set the standard.
You know, he's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because he's bigger. You know what I'm saying? And he would have kept him at bay. It would have been hard for Mayweather to counter, maybe. But Mayweather's definitely a technician. I mean, like Crawford said, you know, Mayweather has his era, and Crawford, this is his era.
Absolutely, and I noticed when I asked you, there was a slight pause. It's a real conversation now to be had. Crawford, pardon me, up there with the likes of Mayweather. He's really etched himself into the Mount Rushmore conversations.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's definitely one of the GOATs.
Trainer Abel Sanchez shared his view on Crawford's standing in boxing today. He pointed out that Crawford has become a superstar not just because of his victories, but also due to the caliber of opponents he's defeated and the dominant way he's done it. Sanchez said Crawford's recognition as a global star is well earned, solidifying his place among the best fighters in modern boxing.
Idea of pulling up at a yacht is the end. It's the opposite of what everybody tells you about fighting. The only person who's been able to do like that is Floyd Mayweather. He's the only guy who's been able to just be balling out of control, constantly flashing money, $1 million watches, a fleet of super expensive cars, and still fucks everybody up.
He does.
The thing about Floyd is he never lost his discipline.
But through that ball and night, I don't think he was doing drugs or drinking.
Floyd would famously run home from the nightclub. So he would go out in Vegas, he'd be partying. It looked like he's partying, he's drinking water, and then he would have his driver drive, and with his fucking jeans on, he would jog home. I mean, the dude was always training.
Brian Bomac McIntyre, Crawford's longtime trainer, declared that after Crawford's latest win, there should be no question about who dominates boxing today. He confidently called Crawford the greatest fighter of this era, citing his technical skill, success across multiple weight classes, and ability to overcome every challenge. For Bomac, Crawford has already proven everything required to be recognized as the defining fighter of his generation.
I thought Terence fought a virtuoso fight. Terence never let Canelo get into a rhythm. Terence never allowed Canelo to get anything going, and I didn't think he could do it for 12 rounds. I thought that the first 3 or 4 rounds were going to be difficult for Canelo for that reason, but Terence was able to do it for 12 rounds, and in the later part of the fight, he kind of pushed the fight more than I think people expected, which is the mark of a superstar, man.
Rob Aosta reacted strongly to Crawford's performance, saying he would never doubt him again. He noted that Crawford consistently proves skeptics wrong, no matter the level of opposition. Whenever fans or analysts expect him to struggle, Crawford delivers a masterful performance instead. Aosta's comments reflect a wider sentiment in the boxing community, where Crawford has earned steadfast respect as a relentless and unstoppable force.
How are you feeling to be Chris Eubank's trainer, first of all?
It feels good, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been this trainer before, so...
Yeah, it's good.
It's a no-brainer.
Of course. Congratulations on the win. What's your first reactions to Crawford's victory? One of the greats of this era, right?
Oh, definitely that. You know that.
What do you want to see him do now?
What I want to do now?
What do you want to see Crawford do next?
Do what he at this point now in his career where he can do whatever he want to do.
Who would you like to see him fight? Any names? Is there any names in particular you'd like to see?
It doesn't matter.
What about Canelo? Would you like to see him retire?
I don't. Canelo's not my responsibility.
Okay.
Crawford has weighed in on the idea of a hypothetical fight against Mayweather, confidently claiming that he would win if they faced each other during Floyd's prime. This statement showcases Crawford's self-belief and competitive drive, traits that have propelled his career. While fans continue to debate who would come out on top, Crawford's confidence highlights how highly he regards his own place in boxing history.
I stood on it, and I'm not going to change what I said in the past or anything. I didn't think he could pull it off. He did. And not only did he pull it off, he did it. He was phenomenal. Like, he did it. He did everything right. Like, it's like he fought a perfect fight. He banged with him when he needed to. He boxed him when he needed to. He established the jab. He kept the southpaw. He kept him frustrated. I got nothing, bro. I tell you what, I would never go against that man again. I ain't doing that shit. That shit was crazy. But I do want to give a credit to those that deserve it. Like, Terence deserved full credit for his abilities, for his IQ, Bomac for his coaching. And, you know, Bomac told him to stay southpaw. He wanted to come out orthodox. Bomac told him to stay southpaw because of what Canelo was weak at.
Andre Ward, former champion and close ally of Terence Crawford, offered a perspective shaped by his own experience in boxing. Rather than urging Crawford to chase more fights or hypothetical matchups, Ward suggested that now could be the ideal time to step away. In his view, Crawford has already cemented his place among the greats, rising through weight classes, defeating elite opponents, and delivering memorable performances. Ward stressed that retiring while at the top would preserve Crawford's legacy in its purest form. He warned that many fighters stay too long, chasing paydays or trying to prove themselves, only to risk tarnishing their achievements. For Ward, the best way to honor Crawford's career is to leave the sport undefeated in spirit and unmatched in respect.